would you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a
In 2000, Time magazine and the Princeton Review named USC College of the Year, and in 2005 it was honored as a college with a conscience for its outstanding record of community involvement and community service. But it is also known for being one of the biggest real estate developers in Southern California.
USC is just right behind our house, and years back, we never had a student living on this block. It was always family home, family owned. And now if you look around just our neighborhood, I can pinpoint only like 4 houses that are owned by families. Our neighbors complain that the red cups, for like liquor, where they put like the kegs and stuff, they were on our lawns. Kids actually were throwing up on our lawns. And so in one situation where there was kids right next to a window, they were hearing I couldn't say students, but I'm just saying that whoever they were invited were having sex on their car. Those are things that happen, and we said we couldn't handle that anymore.
After hearing Lupe's experience with students residing on her street, we wanted to get a student's perspective on the off-campus housing situation.
Squash up there. It's not that expensive compared to some other places, but I'd rather actually pay more than have to deal with these conditions, because the landlord and manager aren't very cooperative and just a rundown place. I chose Cal Student Housing because I couldn't get back into USC housing. I moved out after freshman year because my friends and I didn't really get the places we wanted, and so we would have had to split up. So we moved out, chose a different apartment, and then to get back in.
Fierce competition for housing has displaced many community residents. But we found that students weren't in such a great position either, with landlords exploiting both students and community members alike. So we decided to look into the university's proposed solution. This brings us to the master plan, which seeks to address this problem.
I think that would be really good if USC expanded and made more housing. Hopefully it's just a better area. There's better shops and food kind of places, and less like what it is now, where there's a bunch of local people and homeless and just kind of trashy.
We met with Steve Sample when he first came, a group of us from the community, and he made it very clear to us in that initial meeting. He said, we're going to be very happy to work with the community and to do things for and with the community when it suits our interests. And we didn't really know how prophetic that would be, and we didn't realize how much we would be victims of USC's interests.
I think in order to be a good neighbor, you have to think about, A, who are your neighbors? And B, you have to begin to value those neighbors. And I think that's one of the problems with USC. It cannot value the people they see as their neighbors, who are overwhelmingly, as I said, at this point, low-income Latino and African-American people. It's clear USC is going to continue transforming this area of South Central Los Angeles to make it into its own image, if you will. And so some people are really going to benefit from that, and others are not. And of course, as usual, will be the people with less power who will not benefit.
Maybe in 10 years, I would hope that if that master plan actually did happen, and housing was all over the place, and I think that I wish there would be that type of communication like what we're having with you. Mm-hmm. So I think that there is a way, maybe there's a beginning of something where the relationship can actually grow bigger. Mm-hmm. And then not as bad as like USC taking over. That wouldn't be the case. Mm-hmm. It would be USC is moving in, mm-hmm. and they're friends with the community. Mm-hmm. That kind of stuff.
After hearing all these different perspectives, we learned that with power comes responsibility. USC has had a rocky relationship with the community, and we can only hope that the master plan will evolve into equal distribution of power. Can USC defend its title as a college with a conscience? Or is this master plan just a Trojan horse concealing the university's